Good yourself? Oh. Rockets versus CDA. The third time these two teams meet yet this year. Both teams have had a split. We beat them last weekend at home in our home tournament. The Rockets have their full lineup today. Looks like Mason's line will start. Mason with Hudson on the left, Carter on the right. Cam and Eli on the point. Up draw. CDA controls. CDA player loses an edge. Look down low. Mason checks him. Puck played out to Carter. Past him at the point. CDA controls in their own zone. Hudson on the forecheck. Mason picks that pass off. But CDA gets it, dumps it in, and then goes for a change. Cam back for it. Being pressured there. Cam under the zone's end. It's up off of Carter's skate. Cam back with it again. Gets it up to Hudson. Hudson over the line, tries to one-hander over to Carter. That puck comes out. Yannick does a good job angling his man off. Takes the puck away. Hudson with Yannick out there. Carter checked as he comes into the line. Parker, nice poke check there. Walker picks it up into the slot. Shot blocked. Junsa on that. Walker on the forecheck. CDA plays it up towards past Parker. Junsa, the piece. CDA brings it in. A couple of chances. Puck played wide. Junsa picks it up. Up to Zane. Zane into the middle. Yannick. He's checked there. Yannick can't get over the line. Now does. Puck's still loose. Walker digging for it. Puck comes loose. Zane. Over to Kyler. Kyler steps in over the line. Walker and Yannick go for a change. Kyler gets it deep. CDA back the other way. Cole on it. Zane gets it down. Zane on it. Emmett on that puck. Emmett plays it back in offside. CDA brings it out. Dumps it into our zone. Lots of time here. CDA gets a change. Kyler. Up to Cole. Cole tries to get into the middle. That's intercepted. Emmett picks it up though. Emmett down the wing to Cole. He pushes it ahead. Comes up. Puck chip past Ben. Eli angles his man off. Picked up. Puck played around Eli. Puck still loose. Emmett there too. Emmett comes out with the puck. Up to Ben. Leaves for Cam. Nobody picks it up for Kelowna. Into the middle. Cormier shot. Lincoln with a good save. Puck back in front. And CDA scores. As nobody picks up the front. 1-0 CDA, 2 minutes and 59 seconds in. Mason's line out. Mason wins that back. Eli picks it up. Eli over to Cam. Cam with it. Tries to get up to Hudson. That's through him. No ice as he touches it on the way in. Mason on the forecheck. Takes his man down. No call. Mason out of the corner. Has Huddy in front. Mason check there. Carter. Puck chip back around. Mason on the forecheck. Huddy there too. CDA picks it up under the zone. Over the line. And that'll be offside on CDA. Yannick's line back out. Walker and Zane. Yannick in the middle today. Out the draw, CDA controls. Puck comes through the line, not out. Puck played back down. Puck played up. 4 CD players on it. Puck battle. CDA gets it deep. Parker spins back. It hits Zane far side. Puck taken away from him. Into the zone. CDA picks that up. Up the wall. Tipped around. June saw. Parker plays it back up. Parker, June saw, Walker into the zone. Walker with a shot, and that's glove down. Easy glove save there. And it's lined out now. Off the draw. Cole back to Blake. Blake down to Cole. He's checked there. Blake does a good job staying in front of his man. Nobody in front. Cormier shot off the post behind Lincoln. Ben chips it to Emmett. Emmett around his man. He gets it to center and chips it in. Goes for a change. Cole down low. But comes in front of the net. Nobody on the forecheck here for Kelowna. Puck to the line. CDA gets it in. Cam. Mason picks that up. Mason in over the line. He's checked as he can't get to the front of the net. Carter on it. Puck comes to Cam at the point. Cam down to Mason. Just over his stick. Hudson goes back to the point. That's picked off. Eli does a nice job there to hold that. Carter picks it up. Carter over the line. Carter into the middle. Mason shot just wide. Mason on the forecheck. Played back around. Hudson now. He's taken to the boards. Played back around. Puck played up. Tipped up by CDA, but that'll be enough for icing. Yannick on the draw. Yannick pushes it forward. Ooh, almost had Zane far side. Walker reaching, can't get it. Zane on the back track, takes that away. Plays it back up. Goes to CDAD. A pass off Walker's foot. Yannick picks it up. Yannick down low. He's checked off the puck. CDA into the middle. Walker almost picks that off. Walker turns, runs into Zane. CDA there. Parker. It's June. June has Yannick far side. Yannick over to Zane. Zane backhand, lets glove down. Emmett's line out there now. Emmett wins that back to Blake. Blake at the point. Goes back down for Cole off the boards. It's a little bit too hard for him. Ben behind the net. In front. Ooh, off the skate, back behind. Tries to get it to Ben, still with it down low. Puck taken away from Ben. Cole there though. He's checked by CDA. He chips it out. Emmett on the back track. And Cormier scores. He rips it over top of Lincoln to make it 2-0 CDA. Rockets down 2 here. 7-12 gone first period. Issue with Mason's helmet. Yannick comes out to take the draw. Carter on the forecheck. Knocks that into CDA's zone. Yannick takes that away. Gets over to Carter, just out of his reach. Eli holds the line, but doesn't get it deep. Holds the line again. Yannick on this stick. CDA plays it up, just out of Hudson's reach. Puck played in, past Cam. Lincoln plays it to the corner. Eli plays it far side for Hudson. Hudson puts that down. Mason into the zone, around his man, or woman, I should say. Back to Cam at the point. Cam shot through traffic. That's blocked. Walker out. Knocks that away momentarily. Mason picks that up. Eli over to Cam. Up to Carter. Carter in for Walker. Walker has Mason. Walker gets that to the net. Not. Good job by Carter there. Puck played out by CDA. Jeansaw picks that up. Plays it back in. CDA in their own end. Walker tries to take that away. Swings and misses. Yannick out there now. Parker. Up to Zane. Player runs into the ref. And then Zane stripped. Puck played past Parker. Parker turns back. Parker down low. Plays it around the boards. And CDA is going to go to the box here for a body check on Parker. Rockets to the power play here. 10:58 left, first period. Rockets down 2. Puck played up. It's blocked by Zane momentarily. CDA finds it. Walker holds it in. Yannick has Zane in front. Zane stopped by the keep. Yannick. Sharp angle shot and stopped. Yannick on the draw. Zane picks that up. Tries to go back to Parker at the point. That's through him. June saw back for it. Plays it up. Yannick picks that up. Over the line. Yannick around his man. In the middle. Rockets can't pick that up. Zane. Parker. Parker down low. Puck played down the ice. Rockets like to start a change here. Lincoln plays it up for June Saw. June up to Ben. Ben. Down for Emmett. Emmett's got Cole. Cole. Shot. Scores! Off the side of the mask and in. Emmett from Cole and Ben makes it a 2-1 hockey game here. 56 seconds left in the penalty. As Cole buries upstairs. Emmett's line out there. And we'll go back to Kyler. Kyler, forecheck there. Goes around the net. Reverses it back to Ben. Ben chips up just past Emmett. Cole chips it past his man. Cole in. Nice save. Oh, puck played out off a shin pad just wide. Puck played up towards Ben. Cole taken down there. Rockets trying to find the puck. Puck comes out. Emmett. Over for Kyler. Kyler. Blake. Blake up the boards for Cole. Cole gets it over the line, not down, not deep. Puck played back up by CDA. Puck dumped in. Tyler back. Tyler reverses for Mason. Mason up the boards. The linesman takes both players down. Cormier around. Tyler gets a good stick on that puck. Carter chips to the point. Not out though. Tyler knocks that down. Plays it out. Mason picks that up. Hudson. Mason gets checked to the line. Cormier down the wing. Another slapper from the far side. Lincoln kicks that to the side. Puck. Cam. Cam. Pass intercepted. Nice job by Eli coming over to take that chance away. Puck cleared up the boards. Hudson. He's checked to the line. Cam gets it out though. CDA picks it up. Nice job by Mason to poke that free. Gets into the zone, and they'll change. CDA plays it up through the middle. Walker on the backtrack knocks that down momentarily. Everybody goes down. Cam up the boards. Walker falling. Oh, Walker gets a piece of that. Picked it up. Eli back for it. His pass picked off by CDA. In front. Jam play. Lincoln will stop that. Rockets a little careless with their passes up the boards. Yannick on the drop. Walker can't find that puck. Parker back. Around for June. June up to Walker. Walker chips it up the boards. That's played back in. Walker up to Yannick. CDA there though. June up to Zane. Zane, one hand, loses that. Parker. Let's get it up to Zane. That's picked off. Walker around his man in. And he roofs it. Make it 2-2. Walker with lots of time and space. Good job by Parker and Zane on the boards to knock that puck free. And Walker roofs it to make it 2-2. Hammer on the drop. Sticker Ben over Parker. Parker into the zone. Around his D-man. Parker. Down for Ben behind the net. Ben tries to go back to the point, and that's picked off. Puck out. Down the far side. Parker back. Lincoln, nice stop there. Kicks that out. Emmett gives it away in the slot. Puck in front. Parker chips it on net. Puck played back off far side. Rockets running around here. June down low. Emmett. Puck comes into the slot. Cole can't find it. Puck played back around the net. Junesaw picks it up. Up to Ben. Ben, check there. Back to Junesaw. June gains the line. Shot just wide. Had the low blocker picked. CDA brings it into the zone. June cuts him off. Blake does a nice job. Carter chips it down. That won't be enough rising. Mason on the forecheck. Loses it. Mason trying to get a stick free. Hudson there too. Jamming away, and the goalie will cover there. Good forecheck from Mason. .5:29 left first period, 2-2 hockey game. Rockets have battled back here. Mason on the draw. CDA controls. Mason on the forecheck. Comes around the net. Hudson's there. Hudson in front. Oh, off the side of the net, just past Mason. CDA breaks it out. Puck into the middle. Kyler tries to play it back up the wall. Blake up. CDA intercepts that. Blake battling. CDA chips that in on Link. Link will glove that down, and we'll get a whistle. Yannick's line comes out. Face off Lincoln's left. Puck comes into the slot. Puck played around. CDA. Yannick down low. Yannick. That passes off a skate. Yannick picks it up. Can't get it past his man. Into the slot. CDA shot. Just wide. Kyler. Plays it back to Blake behind the net. Blake up to Walker. He misses that pass. CDA plays it back in. Blake back up to Yannick. Yannick spins. Can't get it to Walker. Blake cuts that off. Blake loses it again. Over for Kyler. Up to Yannick. That's over his stick. CDA back in. Yannick. Up the wall. Past Zane. Yannick in to the net. Puck shot up over the net. Walker picks that up. Plays over for Zane. That's intercepted. Eli knocks that back in. Rocks will be offside, but that'll be blown down. Since Yannick hadn't quite touched up yet. Good opportunity from Yannick there. Just over the net. Emmett's line comes out. Off the draw. CDA pushes that forward. Eli, nice job to hold that for a minute. Nice job by Cam to pick that up. Cam back the other way by himself. Cam around his man. Cam down low. Plays it to Ben. That's intercepted. Cormier down the wing. Good job by Emmett to get back. Get a piece of that, and Lincoln gloves that down. Nice rush by Cam. And another draw. Some issue with the face-off here. Puck played in the middle. Cam checked away from him, but still gets it back. Up to Cole. Cole plays it up for Ben off his skate into the zone. Emmett there too. Emmett with Cole. Intercepted. Cole picks that up in the slot and bats it away. Puck played up. Played into the zone. Eli rims it for Ben. Ben shifts to Emmett. Emmett down the wing. He's taken down. No call. Emmett, good job. Still with it. Emmett is it back to Parker. Parker shot off the side of the net. Parker battling there. Loses the battle to the CDA. Puck chip past June. Mason out of the box. June takes that away. Would have been close to a hook there. June with some room to skate. Oh, how do you turn away? CDA gets it and dumps it in. Parker. Up to Hudson. Chipped out. Mason being interfered with on the way down. Puck played around. Hudson. Shot. Mason. Took a Carter. Carter tries to make one extra move. Blake holds the line. That's in for Hudson. Blake still with it. Shot from the point. That's intercepted in front of the net. Puck played up. Blake holds the line again. Now it's chipped out. Mason picks it up. Back to Kyler. Kyler goes through the middle. That's intercepted. Carter. Puck played down low. Played in front. Mason, nice stick with it. Carter picks it up to Hudson. Can't get it out though. Blake does. Puck played back in. Cormier. Lincoln gets a piece of that. Knocks it wide. Puck played back around. Comes to the point. Lincoln gets that and covers. Rockets letting Cormier come in and shoot quite often. Yannick on the draw. Oop. That's blown down. We're going to have CDA center out. Try and do this again here. Off the draw. Puck comes to the middle. Walker gets it over the line. Puck played back in though. Cam plays it up to Zane around the boards. Zane just chips it into the center ice. Puck played around. D into the zone. Yannick and Walker run into each other. Played back in by Penticton. Not offside. Cam plays it up. Yannick picks that. Yannick goes across to Zane. In Zane's feet. Zane plays it in. Ice. That'll be an icing on the Rockets. As Zane and Walker had gone cross ice there. 28 seconds left in the first period here. Off the draw, Emmett wins that back. Eli turns back again. Eli out the middle. Nice job there. That's our Emmett. 3-on-2 into the zone. Ben to the net. Ben can't find it. To the line. Eli holds the line momentarily. Puck played back in. Comes up to Cam. Cole's lost his neck guard. Cam shot off the side of the goalie's mask right at the end of the period. Carter had lost his neck guard, I guess. Or no, it was one of the CDA players. Carter was just being a good Samaritan. 2-2 hockey game. Goals that period from Cole, assisted by Emmett and Ben. And Walker assisted from probably Zane. Parker was there too in one of our battles. Chances for both teams that period. A couple of quick ones from CDA answered by the Rockets. Emmett's line stays out. Shoots up Parker on the D. And on the draw. Cole. CDA picks that up. June saw back. Up to Ben. Ben with it. He's checked as he comes over the line. CDA turns back the other way. Good job by Junsa. CDA still on it. Oh, Junsa's going to go to the box for a trip here. And Parker comes back and touches up. Edmonton Ben will stay out to kill the next little bit of this penalty. Edmonton on the draw. Off their linesman. Into the middle. Puck played deep. Puck up the wall. Shot from the point. Tipped. Lincoln with a nice save. Another shot from the point. Tried to chip wide. Cormier one-hands it in front. He gets around. Back in front. Can't pull the trigger. Ben fires it down the ice. Edmonton on the forecheck. Puck played back up. Goes for a change. Ben tries to play it up for Mason. Rockets change up. Puck into the zone. Lincoln will glove that down and cover. Carter and Mason out now. Mason on the draw. Wins that back for Cam. Cam around the net. He's checked there. Goes around. Mason fires it back around the other way. Eli over for it. Gets there first and dumps it down. Mason on the forecheck. He's bumped off the puck there. CDA breaks into the line, over the line. Cam there though. Carter. Mason overskates it. Eli steps up. Loses his stick. Mason gets it and fires it back down. 35 seconds left in the penalty. Got Cole out. Nice stick by Eli. Comes to Cam. Cam will dump it back. And Carter will get a change. Huddy will come out. 19 seconds left in the penalty. Hudson, nice job on the backtrack. Eli at the line. Hudson picks it up. Got Cole with him. Hudson steps up. Shot just wide. Cole lays it down low. Puck comes off the skate of the line of the ref. Cole can't quite find it. It's underneath Yannick. Parker holds the line a couple times. June's off the bench. Linesmen have blown it down for too many men on the ice penalty. But that will not be the case. Yannick stays out. Walker and Zane. Puck comes back. Walker gets it to the bench off of an elbow at the bench.
Let's go,
Yannick on the draw. Puck comes to June. June dumps it in deep. Zane on it. Puck played up. Chipped around. Junesaw holds up the stick. Walker back. Walker loses it. Puck played in front. That's played back by June. June had more time. Yannick spins back. Plays it up to Walker. Walker Tries to get it to Zane. Zane chips it past his man. CDA picks that up. And it looks like we're going to have a penalty on CDA for interference. Rockets go back to the power play. Puck played off the boards, takes a weird bounce. Junsa, though, keeps the line momentarily, and then CDA dumps it back down. Lincoln out to play it. CDA hard on the forecheck. Parker. Another weird bounce off the boards. Emmett picks it up, but he's checked right away. Emmett picks it up, spins back, hits Ben far side. Ben in over the line. Drops for Parker. Parker leaves for June. June down to Ben. Ben leaves for Cole. CDA gets it. Junsaw holds the line. Junsaw with room to skate. Cuts back. Goes cross ice for Emmett. Emmett shot just wide. Cole. Lays back down for Ben. To Cole. Back up to June. To Cole. Cole to Emmett in the middle. Spins. Ben. Emmett off the post. Emmett. Shot blocked. Parker. Clapper. Nice blocker save by the goalie there. Emmett. Still on, leaves for Ben in the corner. Back to Parker. Parker switches with June. Down to Cole. Cole up to Emmett. Emmett. Parker. Parker was the one-timer. Just fans on that. Cole. 18 seconds left in the penalty. Parker. To June. June spins away from his man. 10 seconds. Shot, tip. Nice chip by Emmett. 6 seconds left in the penalty. Off the draw. Rockets control. He plays it back for Blake. Over to Kyler. Back to Blake. Blake up to Hudson over the line. Tries to play for Mason. That's picked off. Hudson down low. Hudson for Mace. Hudson tries to get to Carter. Carter around a couple kids. And it's finally taken away. Kyler, nice stick. Knock that away. Puck comes to the line. Carter can't get it out. Puck off the ref. Shot just wide. Comes to the line. Hudson can't get there. Blake. How do you fix that up? Ooh. Blake pins his man to the boards. Comes to the line. Shot. Kicked over the side by Lincoln. Kyler gets it up. Down the ice. Kyler on the forecheck. Puck played back. CDA into the zone. To Cormier. Nice job by Kyler to get back. Puck played down low. Carter can't get it out. Yannick there too. Puck comes out. Hudson takes his man. Link does a nice job to keep that puck out of the net as it bounces over top of his shoulder. .13:08 left, second period. Still tied at 2. Off the draw. CDA controls into the middle. Lincoln with another nice save. As Rockets get beat to the net. Puck comes to the other side here. Yannick on the draw. Off the draw. Puck comes to the point. Zane gets it. Zane down the wing. He's pinched off there. CDA gets it, fires it around the boards. Cam holds the line. Down just past Walker. Behind the net. CDA brings it out. It's the linesman. Eli. And Cam. That should be a trip. Eli hits Zane. Zane overskates it. Still has it. Tips it deep. Zane's still on it. Plays it in front, just out of Yannick's reach. Comes back to Cam. Cam over to Eli. Eli gains the line. That's intercepted. Eli to Yannick at the point. Yannick Clapper. Ooh, and that goes something out of play. Pretty good slap shot by Yannick off the boards. Emmett takes it off the draw. Puck comes into the slot. That's picked up. Cole on it. Emmett there too. Puck gets past June. Not out though. Oh. June comes out. Played back in. Rockets back on side. Can't find the puck though. Puck played in by CDA. Parker reverses for June. June up to Ben. Over his stick. Down the ice. CDA with it. Comes off the boards. Emmett. Off a skate again. Puck comes out. 2-on-0. CDA misses handles that puck. Ben picks it up. Can't get it out though. Hudson. Parker up to Ben. Ben finds Hudson. Hudson in. He's checked as he shoots. That pass is knocked down. Now they play it up. Tyler. Up for Mason. Mason. That puck's played in. Puck played around. Blake plays it back around. Comes to the point. Carter gets in front of that. Down to the corner. Blake, nice job out of the corner. Pick that off. Up to Carter. Up to Mason. Mason. Stops up. Cuts into the middle. Still on it. Cuts back again. Has Blake far side. Oh, he's checked there. Puck played back in on Lincoln. And he'll stop that right at the 10-minute mark. And that should be time for a flood. Walker puts Zane offside. Puck one back. Cam with it. Up for Ben. Ben over the line. Draws for Emmett. Emmett in, shot. Low glove, and that's covered. Nice shot by Emmett there. Emmett on the draw. Puck played in. Emmett controls down low. Let's get to Cole. That's past him. And Cam down the ice. Eli loses a little bit of edge. Eli around the net. Turns back. Eli up to Emmett. Emmett tries to chip it out. Cam picks that up into the zone. Cam shot, blockered away. Down low. Cole. Down for Ben. Ben spins down low. Back to Cam. Cam shot from the point. Tipped by Cole. Nice job by Cole to tip that one. Nice save there. Ben around the net. To Emmett. Back down to Ben. Comes to the point. Eli. Plays it down for Emmett. Emmett to Ben. Back to Eli at the point. Eli down to Ben. Eli to Ben to Eli. Shot blocked in front. Cole was there. Eli steps up. Chip past him. Carter and Cam back. Flipped in on Lincoln. Lincoln leaves for Carter. Carter tries to go up the wall. That's intercepted. Cam. Back around the net for Eli. Eli. That pass is intercepted. Cam picks it up. He's taken down. There'll be a penalty cut to CDA here. Let's cancel now. Mason into the slot. Shot deflected over the net. Mason again. Shot just wide. Parker. Hudson. Down for Mason. Back to Hudson. Parker. Over to June. June pinched off there. Over to Parker. Parker in deep. He's checked. Parker pushed. As June at the point. Doesn't go back there. Now as June. June over to Cam. Cam moves, mishandles. As June at the point. Puck in the middle. Mason picks that up. To June. June down for Hutz. Got a bit of a parade to the box here. I don't know what's yeah, 3 CDA players in there right now. Rockets will go to the power play here. Initial body checking penalty. Really was a trip. Emmett's line out. It looks like you have a bit of a pseudo power play line out right now. Ross in the power play for 2 minutes here. Looks like Carter and number 49 on CDA will get coincidentals. Emmett's line out with Junsa and Mason on the point. Emmett on the draw, wins it to June. June. For Ben. Back to June. June down low. That's intercepted. Lincoln out to play it. Mason back for it. Mason up to Junsa. Junsa gains the line, leaves for Ben. Ben over. Has Mason shot, tip. Cole, nice deflection save. The goalie Cole's had a couple of nice tips. Parker comes on. Takes Mason. June. Down to Cole. Cole to Emmett. Back to June. June does a nice job to knock that pass down. To Emmett. And then into the slot. Ben gloves it down. Parker. Ben. Ben. Down low. To Cole. To Ben. Parker snuck down. Ben around for Cole. Cole to Parker. Parker to June. June to Emmett. Emmett tries to go cross ice for Parker. June knocks that down to Ben. Ben loses that puck. 2-on-1. Parker back for it though. He picks it up. 30 seconds left in the power play. Parker up to June. June over the line. Leaves for Emmett. Back to June. June bodied off the puck there. Cole comes up. Emmett, nice job at the point to keep that in. Shot just wide. Cole to Ben. Ben just fans on it. Ben to Junsa. Junsa down low to Ben. Power play about to expire here. Nobody in front. June now does. Fires that high and wide. Emmett knocks that low. Cole to Emmett. Even. Up to Parker. Parker mishandles. Junsa plays that, and it's into the Rockets bench. Yeah, next line comes out. Off the draw. Scrambled. Puck comes loose. Kyler. Blake. Blake. Up the boards to Walker. Puck past him. Puck played back down. Rocket's not in a good spot here. Kyler gets a good stick on that. Comes off the end boards onto the side of the net. Puck played out. Behind the net. Puck comes loose. And Cormier bats that in. As nobody can find it in front of the net. Rockets get a change here. Or nope, not going to change. Oh no, maybe they're going to change up a couple. Walker will take Carter's spot on this line for a minute. The CDA goes up after the penalty kill. Mason wins that back. Kyler plays that up. Hudson. Mason. Walker picks that up. In over the line. He's checked there. Puck knocked down by Hudson. Hudson plays that in. Walker battling there. Puck comes loose. Huddy. Walker picks that up. Tries to get it back to Kyler. That's past him and down the ice. Kyler around the net. Leaves for Blake. Blake has Mason. Nice pass there. Mason over the line. Shot scores! Slapper from inside the line. And Mason fires a slap shot home. To tie it back up at 3. Off the draw, Emmett wins that back for Eli. Eli, cross ice for Cam. Pretty dangerous pass there. Cam with it, over the line. Cam down low, leaves for Cole. Cole down low. Around his man. Ben there to help out. Ben spins in the corner. Comes out front. Shot. Ooh, just wide. Emmett to Ben in the slot. Ben down to Cole. Chip scores! Nice tip by Cole. And the Rockets with 2 quick ones. Go up 4-3. Nice redirect. Cole finally. With one of his tips, finally gets through. That line stays out. CDA controls off the draw. Puck played across. Cam. Emmett. Plays it up for Ben. That's over his stick. Then it'll go for ice. Rocks are going to change. Off the draw. CDA controls. Keeps the zone though. Cam plays it off the boards. And just too far. Off the draw. Yannick controls. Eli. Check there. Eli plays it down low. Cam. Chuck to the line. Cam with it. Plays it up for Zane. Zane tries to chip it in. That's blocked. Played back out. Eli. Back on the boards to Zane. Zane over the line. Puck played in. Walker can't quite find it. Controls. Puck played up the boards. Puck chip past Cam. CDA falls. Over the line. Shot scores. Lincoln's got to have that from well out. Four game. Minute 25 left, second period. Off the draw, Junestop picks that up. Dumps it in. CDA picks that up. Up the boards. Puck held in. Mason in the slot. Ooh, he's just poke checked at the last second. Parker. Huds. Puck blocked. Puck comes in. June side does a good job there. CDA down low. Carter with a nice stick there. On the forecheck. Puck comes up. Puck's played around June. Into the zone. Carter back. Knocks that around Lincoln. And he'll cover. 32 seconds left in the second period here, 4-4 game. Rockets 2 quick ones this period for CDA with 1, Rockets with a couple answers, and CDA comes back. And it wins the draw, gets it himself. Nice play to Cole, that's intercepted. Puck played up by June. To Cole. Puck still at the line. Barker up to Emmett. Emmett down the wing. Strong on his man. Down low. Back to Cole at the point. Cole with a shot from the point. Just wide. Barker shot there too. Right at the buzzer. Emmett Sled will start the third here. Tyler and Blake on D. Another drop. Ben up for it. Pokes that loose. Cole dumps that down into the zone. Puck comes out. Blake. Past him. Blake lays it up the wall to Ben. Ben leaves for M. Emmett in over the line. Shot off the wall. Ooh! Emmett just a little too quick there. Cole dumps that back for Emmett. Off of his stick around the net. Ben on it. To the line. Kyler can't hold. Now Kyler's got it. Lays it across. Blake steps up. Blake loses it. Tipped over top of Emmett. Fournier in. Blake blocks that one. Emmett picks that up. Off the glass. Puck played up. Tyler steps in front of that. Tyler in. Shot. Glove down by CDA. Yank on the draw. Yanni off the boards. Let's play back to Cam. Cam knocks that deep. Walker on it. Had Zane in front for a minute. Back to Yanni. Yanni scores! Makes it 5-4. Nice forecheck there by the boys. And Yanni roofs it. .22 left in the third. Off the draw, CDA controls. Zane picks that up. Zane driving wide. He's checked up. Puck out of the zone. Off of Eli's feet. And Lincoln will cover that. Mason's line will come out. Red out again. Ref's getting all sticky on the face-off. Off the draw. Hudson gets to the line, not out. Carter comes over, gets a stick on that. Cam turns back, lays it up to Conrad. Mason has room to skate, hit over the line. Another slap shot. Man, but Hudson just a little offside. Scramble draw. Carter checked. CDA gets that. Fires it down the ice. There's no ice. Waved off to June. Poke check there. Ooh, June takes his man down. June saw around the net. June check there. Carter lays it back in front. Parker behind Parker. Parker pokes that up. Hudson up to Mason. Mason spins. Hudson does a job to get out of the way. Carter on the forecheck. I'm going to say no ice there. June saw back for it. Over to Parker. Parker spins back. Still being checked there. Corey Chris come up front. Hudson to the point. Lincoln covers that up. Emmett's line comes out. Mason and Blake on D. Or Tyler and Blake on D, sorry. Emmett wins that. Blake around the net. Tries to go up the middle. Ben gets it out. He's checked. Emmett picks that up. That's Cole with him. Emmett tries to shoot through traffic. Down low. Cole tries to pull it out behind the net. CDA brings it out. Nice pass up. Tyler bodied off the puck there, but Ben picks it up. Ben leaves for Emmett in the middle. Chips around one man. Chips around another. Cole to the net. Cole tries to chip around his man. Ben down with the forecheck. Blake lays that back down low. Emmett's gone to the bench for a change. Yannick off the bench. Ben to Blake. Blake down low. Ben takes his spot. Cole down low, has Yannick in front. Plays it in the middle. CDA gets that and they'll dump it down. Gotta go just wide of Lincoln for an icing. Off the draw, Yannick pushes that forward. Puck comes around. Walker cuts that off. He's checked out. Zane over. Zane, good job on the backtrack there. Plays it over for Cam. Cam with some room. Skates into the zone. Plays it down below the net. Walker on it. Walker doesn't win that battle. Into the middle. Puck played down. Cam picks that up. Cam cuts back. Plays it off of Walker. That won't be enough. Zane's hard on it. Zane wins the battle to the puck. CDA picks it up though. Yannick knocks that down. Yannick out of the corner. He's checked. Puck played up. Cam. For Eli. Up for Yannick off of his skate. Yannick. Cut off there. Walker gets it over the line to Yannick. Has Carter with him. Yannick can't quite get it. Yannick tries to one-hand it in front. Yannick down low. Yannick still on it. Shot just wide. Walker. Check there. CDA plays it down low. Goes for a change. Eli has Carter in front. Cam steps up. Shot off the side of the net. Cam still on it. They're going to get red for a head contact on Cam. Rocks go to the power play here. 13:58 left, third period. Rockets up 5-4. Mason's line out. Parker and Jusaw and D. Off the draw, scrambled. Cormier picks it up. Puck played down. Pass Jusaw. Jusaw back for it. He's checked. He's Parker. Parker up to Carter. Carter into the zone. Carter, shot just wide. Parker back down low. That takes a weird bounce. Hudson can't get it to his forehand. Puck played back around for Parker. Parker plays it down to Hudson. Hudson down low. Has Parker. He's checked. June. Shot from the point. That goes just wide. Mason with it. As June saw at the point. Back to Mason. Mason checked as he's supposed to shoot. And CD gets that down, not on it. Cormier. Got by Parker. Momentarily. Cormier. Shot from a sharp angle. Parker picks that up. Gets it to Carter. Carter. Over the line. He's checked. Huds follows up. Rockets getting a change though. Blake lays it up for Hudson. That'll be offside. Emmett slide out there now. 39 seconds left in the power play. Cole gains the line. Check there. Plays for Emmett. Emmett in the slot. Shot. Just over the net as that's tipped. BB tries to play it back in front off the net. Puck down low. Cole and Ben. Puck played down the boards. Down the wall. Tyler back for it. Tyler reverses for Blake. Blake. Room skate. Plays it up for Cole. In behind the D-man. Cole down low. CDA penalty coming to an end here. Cole turns back. Cole into the middle. Shot. Glove down. Ben, which is his man, to the boards. Puck played down low. Emmett on the forecheck. Ben there too. CDA gets it down the ice. That won't be enough for icing though. Blake back for it. CDA player there. Blake turns and CDA player goes down. Puck played out. Walker picks that up on the backhand. Shot. Ben on the rebound, and that's covered up. And we've lost a few lights here in the ring. Looks like the ice lights on the ice are okay, but Walker on the drop. Walker chips that. CDA jumps that though, picks it up. Down the wall, shot off of Lincoln, another play. Off the draw. CDA wins that. Puck played out. Got blocked by Cam. Zane picks that. Oh, doesn't pick that up. Cam does it. Played up. Off the ref. Walker picks that up. Zane there. Walker in. Power move to the net. And goalie covers up. Mason's line comes out. Mason. Carter. Checked. Cam picks that up over to Eli. Eli into the zone. Eli still with it. Eli plays it in the middle. That's picked off. CDA breaks that out. Mason on the back track. Puck played Cam. Nice poke check there. Oh. Just to lose it. CDA down low. They're going to go out of the corner. Nice stick by Hudson in front. Cam loses it down behind the net. Puck out front. Mason picks that up. That's Huddy far side. That goes off of Carter. Finally gets it over. Huddy comes back, picks that up by himself. Huddy taken down, no call. Let's get a bit of a change in. Puck played down. Parker back for it. No icing. Reverse for June. June's out to Huddy, and that's off of his stick. June's got a nice step there. Gets that deep. Emmett down low. Tries to play that in front for Carter. He's checked. Cole now. June holds the line. Plays it on net. And the goalie will cover that up. Emmett on the drop. Cole, takes it, just check there. Emmett pokes it down low. Cole out of the corner. Puck played up. June knocks that down. Emmett finds it. Checked out. Ben. Puck kind of everywhere right now. Parker. Nobody can really control the puck here. Cole gets a stick on it. He's offside though. CDA controls. Puck played up. Emmett knocks that down. Parker. Is that Emmett? Plays it up for Cole. In over the line. Cole kicks it to himself. Cole around his man. Tries to get it back in front for Ben, but that's picked off. CDA up the boards. Junesaw knocks that away. Parker. Back up for Cole. Cole in over the line. Backhand off the side of the net. Rockets getting a change here. Zane. Cormier in. Puck played. Tyler off of Skyler's skates. Puck played up. Zane. Up the boards. It's picked off. Dangerous pass there. Yannick takes that away. Yannick down the line. Yannick down to Walker. Walker check there. Yannick out of the corner. Walker gets it down low. Then holds the line. Walker shot well wide. Tyler steps up. Yannick checked. Walker on it. Tyler plays it up for Yannick. Yannick over the line. Probably offside. Yannick checked at the line. And that'll be a trip on Yannick. CDA will go to the power play here with 7:01 left. Looks like CDA will call a timeout here. Mason and Carter out to start the penalty kill here. Cam and Eli on D. CDA puts their power play line out. Off the draw. Mason controls. He gets it out over the line, not out. Mason gets up Carter. Carter gets it down deep. Carter on the forecheck. Mason gets that Cam. Fires that back in, just wide of the net. CDA brings that up. CDA down low, out of the corner. Lincoln with a nice save. Cam. Takes too long. Puck comes to the boards. Cam. Gets it down the ice. Mason Cam come off for Mason and Carter come off for a change. Emmett on the forecheck takes that away. Out there with Huddy. Mason content to poke it, hold it against the end wall. Puck comes loose. CDA out with it. June saw a nice job to block that down. Parker. Emmett. Emmett plays it over. Or CDA in his line. Chips that down. On the forecheck. CDA. Put up. Hudson. Fires that back down. 29 seconds left in the penalty. Emmett on the forecheck. Emmett. Sit up. Ben off the bench. Waits for Emmett to get back on side. CDA plays that up. Puck over the line. That'll be offside. 8 seconds left. Walker and Zane come out. With Yannick with only 8 seconds left, we'll go right on the ice. Walker on the draw. Puck one back deep. Parker fires that down the ice. Zane on the forecheck. Puck played up off of the CDA stick. 4:56 left in the period. Puck played up for Yannick. Yannick stops up. Lays it down for Zane. Puck off the ref's feet. Puck played back in. Walker on the forecheck. Takes that away momentarily. Couldn't get it to Zane though. Blake Pinches down. Played out. Kyler. Kyler up for Zane. Zane on the line. He's checked. Walker follows up. He's checked though too. CDA breaks it back out the other way. 2-on-2. Shot. Wide. Blake picks it up. Blake gets it down into the zone. And the Rockets get a change. Emmett's line comes out. Puck played up the wall. Emmett on that. Cole has some room to skate. CDA was changing. Cole gets it down deep. Cole still on it. Puck put up behind the net. Ben on it. Chipped up the boards. Emmett's there. To Ben. Ben tries a backhand. That's blocked. Ben down low still. Comes to Emmett. Emmett's checked there. Puck played just past Cam, down the ice. Eli back. 3:20 left in the period. Cole. Gets it down. Just wide, bounces off the end boards. Ben on it. Rockets getting a change. Puck off of Eli's skate. Mason chips past his man. Or woman, I guess. Mason down low. Mason plays it back for Huddy. Huddy to Eli. Eli's shot is blocked. Eli, nice job there to knock that back. Mason. Shot. Nice blocker save. Emmett gets it in, or Mason gets in front. Eli shot. Ooh, that was just wide. Nice shot by Eli. Cam. Cam down low. Plays it to the middle. That's blocked. And gets back. Carter on it. Played up. 2:19 left. Cam goes back. Picks up the puck. Cam through the middle. Cam. Check there. Puck played back. Huddy there though. He gets it out. Carter. Mason with him. Carter caught from behind. Still on it though. Carter pokes that down low. CDA up the boards. Yannick picks that up. Puck comes out over the line. Puck played across. Puck played back down. Off the linesman's skate. Parker there. He's checked. Parker takes his man down. No call. Yannick up to Zane. Zane can't get it out of the line. Parker now. Up the boards. Walker will clear it out of the zone. Cut up in the ref's feet. Walker backhands it down the ice. Not enough for ice though. CDA breaks it back in. Stopped up there. Yannick poking the puck. Comes to Walker. Walker chips it down the ice. It's knocked down. It won't have quite enough. As Walker goes for a change. Cole comes out. Cole's feet. Comes to Zane. Zane backhands it out of the zone. 30 seconds left. CDA's to pin the run back in. Parker. 20 seconds left. Pins it against the end wall. Yannick gets it out of the zone. 16 seconds left. Zane on the forecheck. To CDA, 10 seconds. CDA over the line. Zane, good job on the backtrack. Jigsaw blocks that shot. Puck in front. Yannick picks that up and he'll shoot it down. And that'll do it. Rockets will take this one 5-4. Another hard-fought game between these two teams. Good job defensively. Big block by Jigsaw late. And the Rockets will take this one 5-4 your final. couple of goals from Cole. Goal by Walker, goal by Mason. And Yannick with the game winner. Lincoln with the win. Do it all again tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Hart and hustle today to Mason. And Yannick with the MVP of the game, with the game winner. Hart and hustle for the goaltender, CDA today. And Cormier with the MVP, number 45.